Welcome everybody on this new episode of Shift Your Mindset. We're gonna talk about the governing body update and are the Jehovah's Witnesses a charity organization? Because in this thumbnail you saw of the video, this governing body is bragging about that the last 6 months they spent over more than $6 million on disaster relief. $6 million. You think it is a lot. And $6 million is a lot of money for me, for you, I think for everybody almost. But is it much for an organization that has a charity status, tax exempt? Is that so much of money? The LDS Church is doing billions a year. $6 million in the last 6 months. So it's about $12 million. Depends on how much disasters there are in the world. But $12 million a year. If one Jehovah's Witness gives €1, $1 a year, then you already have $9 million. In my time in the Jehovah's Witness organization, there was a letter from the branch that we were obligated. We have to vote for a resolution that we gave about €10 per publisher or about $10 a publisher every month. So if you have 100 congregation members, you have €1,000 or dollars a month that goes to the organization. And this was about the worldwide work. So $6 million euro or dollar on disaster relief is less than $1 per publisher per half a year. So it's a tiny amount of what is collectively coming in. Not even 10%, 5% of the money that is coming in. As an organization who is registered as a charity organization. And it baffles me that they are talking about it very proudly on the governing body update that we helped so many people with disaster relief and we spend more than $6 million. And if you are not a critical thinker like me, if you are just a sheep that's listening to the broadcast with your cup of coffee and your JW cake and you're eating it like candies, then you think, whoa, that is much. But it isn't a fraction of what's coming in. And why can I say that? Just for an example. South California wildfire. I took some things not even 6 months ago, from November, December, January, but I can go all the way back to September. But just to give you an idea, because then if you have the stats, if you have some numbers, then you can do the math yourself. 1,068 publishers displaced from the California wildfire. So more than 1,000 publishers had to leave the area. They are displaced, placed somewhere else. 83 homes destroyed. Then you have some other numbers, I didn't take it into consideration. You have major damage and minor damage on homes or kingdom halls. Flooding Haiti, 50 publishers displaced. Cuba, 13 homes destroyed, 14 evacuated. Flooding in Spain, 19 people evacuated, 1 home destroyed, 157 publishers lost their vehicles, parked on the street, flooded. So about 160 publishers loses a car. I don't think they're gonna replace that one. 3 Kingdom Halls, major damage. Philippines, 750 publishers displaced, 7 homes destroyed. And the list goes on, but I just stop. If you want, and now it's getting interesting because people think Jehovah's Witnesses, their homes are also gonna be replaced by the governing body. But you have to take this into consideration. A, free labor, because they ask people from the region to help people. And I think that 6 million is overrated. I think that 6 million is about Kingdom Hall damages or whatever, but not about homes, cars, etc. If you do this, you can go easily to more than 10,000 publishers. If you divide it to the 6 million, it's about $400 a person. What can you do with $400 a person? A night in a hotel is already $100. So are they getting a food parcel? Are they getting blankets? Are they getting other accommodation, stuff like that? In the South California wildfire, there were 83 homes destroyed. If you get $100 a day from the governing body to stay in a hotel or to get food coupons or stuff like that, $100 a day is not much for a night in Europe in a hotel. If you get $100 a day times 30 days, it's $3,000 you need per home. If you multiply it with 83 homes, 250,000. If you multiply that times 3, 750,000 just to maintain. If you have, are you replacing those homes? Are you building that again for those people in California? I don't know what the price is, but if you take $150,000, 83 homes is already $2.5 million to rebuild them. Say it's 75,000 on materials without the labor. I don't think you can build a home in California for $75,000 on material, but say it will, it's already 6 millions. And then you don't have the other stats. You don't need them because the money is gone. So the flooding in Spain, no one gets their money. Only those 83 homes from that wildfire. But what is the problem from Watchtower? A, if you are getting displaced, they're gonna take the credit as an organization. But where are they placing you, displacing you? In a nice hotel so that you can have a hot shower and some meals and stuff like that? No, they asked nearby congregation to take you into their homes. The hospitality of the people, GW, loving people around you, to take you in. In that money, in that 6 million, you have a business class ticket from one of the governing body members and a photographer. So it's already of $15,000 or euro wasted because the governing body member and the photographer from the governing body is going there and make some pictures, or maybe multiple people from a building committee, construction committee are going there to supervise or whatever. You have some transport costs from the governing body, maybe some generators or stuff like that. But it all comes down to maybe they pay something in advance, but if you have an insurance on your house, you're obligated to pay them back. So you're getting $350,000 from your insurance to build your house again in California, and the governing body does it for half of that money, $175,000, and they use the free labor of the Bethelites and other people who are willing to step in and to help. And that $175,000, it is possible that they spend some money on it, maybe for food or whatever, but most of the times what I saw, and I was also in such a thing in a foreign country to help building it up again after a hurricane and stuff like that, that there are the local congregations who are coming with food, with blankets. They take the people into their homes. The people who come from abroad, they take those people in, and it's all about Jehovah Kumbaya. We're sitting around the fire and we exchange encouraging stories about how good Jehovah is. So the governing body benefits from when there are homes destroyed, because they take that insurance money, and with cheaper labor and cheaper cost of material, because they buy in bulk, they can fix that house. And I don't know if JW standard is the standard I want for my house here, but that's another story, because the construction of the Kingdom Halls is also not that good, what I saw. So you get a modest home back with the essentials, but it's a win-win situation for the governing body. Your loss is their profit. Hey, that's a good one. I like that one. Your loss is their profit. People pay their own plane tickets. People pay for hotels or other accommodation. People sacrifice their vacation days on their worldly work to help somewhere where the governing body takes advantage of. So if that's 6 million and you are that proud, Kingdom Hall destroyed, I read sometimes. Every Kingdom Hall, we also in the Netherlands, we pay for the insurance for a big jar at the governing body, because they don't want to do insurance on properties. They canceled that. So there is a big jar at headquarters, and every congregation is monthly filling that jar. It's now not a jar anymore, it's now Ramapo. So you spend 500 million on construction, on Warwick, Ramapo, whatever, all that lame things, and only 6 million, and then you're gonna brag about it on the governing body update. Guys, please stop this. And come back if you say, hey, we did 250 million on everything, and we bought everybody a new car in Spain. They go full Oprah Winfrey mode. You get a car, and you get a car, sir. And you know what? The whole congregation gets a car. do that, and then maybe we have some understanding for this. And then maybe we have a little applause for it. But don't come back before you rectify this chump change. If the governing body treasurer is running to his car on a rainy day, more than $6 million is falling out of his pocket. It is this amount of what's coming in every day on a daily basis. $10 per publisher. 9 million publishers monthly. That's $90 million is coming in. Make it 75, make it 50, because you have African countries, Asian countries who are different currencies, cheaper labor, cheaper things, blah blah blah. So 50 million a month is nothing what comes in. And then they have the selling of the kingdom halls, then they have this, then they have that, then they have that. Investments they did, stocks they have. It's a multi-billion company. Some say 10 billion or whatever, I read sometimes, but I don't know. But it's multi-billion company. And then in half a year you spend only 6 million on disaster relief, and you're gonna brag about it on the governing body update. Those publishers have nothing. The people who are willing to sacrifice their vacation days don't get paid. They don't get an accommodation. They don't get they cannot declare that their flight tickets to the governing body and that they are compensated for that. There's no jar in that congregation or nationwide or countrywide or worldwide where people can declare things and that they get compensated for it. The local congregation is giving food and homes to the people who are displaced, who had to be evacuated from the scene. But the governing body is getting all the honor, attention, and can brag about it. At the cost of those sweet, innocent people who are, in my opinion, doing the best they can, and from out of love of other people are willing to help, even in another country, to rebuild some of the people's homes. And those people, they are taking advantage of those people. And still, people are not waking up. So please, guys, if you listen to this broadcast, this new broadcast, Governing Body Update 2, I believe, think with your critical mind. Let it land. Do the math yourself. Don't listen to me. Do your own math. Just think, whoa, 6 million. It's a lot, but is 6 million a lot? They are a charity organization. They are not paying taxes. Over my income, I have to pay 30, 40, 50% taxes. Depends on how much you earn. In the Netherlands, can go up to 52%. They pay no taxes, people. Nothing. And if every publisher is doing only $1 a year, then they already have $9 million. But it's on a monthly basis. We are obligated to give at least $10 per publisher. So in Netherlands you have 30,000 publishers, give and take. So that's already 300,000 a month. That's more than 3 million a year. One little country of Jehovah's Witnesses. Only 30,000 Jehovah's Witnesses are paying more than 3 million a year. And then left and right, the Kingdom Hall is being sold in the Netherlands. You have to merge with each other. Another 300,000, another 500,000. And that goes fast, people, if you are adding all those numbers up. So don't get fooled by this governing body update. And bottom line is, Jehovah's Witnesses are no charity organization. Not in a million years. And millions of people who live now will see that. Thank you for watching. See each other on the next episode.